this video, I will be covering up tips and tricks on how you can grow your reach organically in 2021. Hi guys, my name is Nishita Agarwal and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, tip number one that I have for you is to be niche specific. But hold on, every person you see on the internet keeps on talking about niching down. Niching up may really break down the entire formula for you. If let's say you're in the health industry, right? You can call yourself a health coach, but that is not a niche, right? That is an umbrella industry. That's not a niche per se. But when you say that you help people with their diabetes, or you help people with their thyroid, or you help people manage their diets so that they can sleep better and live happier, those are specific niches. So it's very important to understand if you're talking about an industry, and if you're introducing yourself like you're a person who works in the industry, because then you'll be very, very vague, right? Your position would be very, very vague, as opposed to when you say, hey, I'm a person who helps people with diabetes, and then your niche becomes very specific, very to the point, and it is much more easier to grow and to also create content related to that. Because any person who has diabetes, or any person who has a family member who has diabetes, or any person who knows somebody who has diabetes, will always refer your content to them. And that is why your growth becomes so much more easier, the content strategy becomes so much more easier, the SEO becomes so much more easier for you. So be niche specific, not industry specific. Dig deep and try and understand which exact niche are you tending to and what is your target audience. The second tip that I want to share with you is to post regularly. If your regular looks like every day, great. If your regular looks like 3 days in a week, great. If your regular looks like 2 days in a week, that is great. But try to be regular, try to be periodic. It does not make sense if you post 10 times in one single day and then get off Instagram and do not post for an entire month, right? That is not regularity. So you really want to be regular, because that is how the Instagram algorithm really pushes you. The third tip that I want to share with you here is to leverage the power of external platforms. And what do I mean by that? In another video also I shared this tip, and a lot of you guys really messaged me about that, saying that, wow, Nish, we never even thought about this. Well, as you all know, I'm not only present on Instagram, but I'm also available on Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, and so many more other platforms. The reason I'm present on so many different platforms is because I want to leverage the power. I want to make my own portfolio. I want to make my own audience on these different platforms, because I know that I will be tending to different people, even if they belong to the same industry, same niche, same target group, same target audience, right? But there will be these different people, and when I bring them all together to my Instagram, it would really add up exponentially, right? That's how growth works. So always try and leverage the power of different social medias as well. Another quick tip that I have for you is that try and use deep links rather than using those normal links. And let me tell you the difference between them. When you use deep links, what it actually does is it opens the application rather than opening the web browser for you. And let me also explain why you should be doing this. For example, if in your YouTube description or comment box, you're sharing your Instagram link, right? Just so that they can check you out or follow you. If you use a normal link, what will happen is that link will open in the browser and not in the Instagram application. Now, if the person is not logged in via browser, they will forget to follow you or forget to check you out and leave some engagement, right? But if the link actually opens up in the application itself, they will make sure to check you out, to check out your stories, and if they like and if they're interested in you, they might even send you a DM, follow you up, and all of those things. So always make sure to use deep links rather than using normal links. The next tip that I want to share with you is to get social on Instagram. It's very, very, very important, and I know that a lot of people don't really even see sense in it. A lot of people don't even follow it. A lot of people just randomly post stuff on Instagram and just go into hiding mode, and again use Instagram to just post and again go into hiding mode. Well, if you do that, then your Instagram is not going to grow, because Instagram is the most social platform out there. The only way that you can be really growing on the platform is by engaging engaging, is by entering communities, is by talking to people, and that is the only way. It does not matter if your reels explode and you don't talk to your audience or your followers, because they will lose interest and leave you. They will just be like, oh, okay, she or he does not care about me. Why am I supposed to follow them? Why am I supposed to waste my time on them? So to grow on Instagram, you have to go out there, talk to people, leave comments, do engagement work, talk to people in the DMs, invite people to have IGTV lives and all of those things, right? So make sure that you're doing all of these things, because this is the only way to grow on Instagram and have a community that you can influence and monetize whenever you want. The next tip that I have for you is something that I've not actually heard a lot of people talk about, and you really need to hear me out on this one. Do not use Canva templates. And let me actually tell you exactly why you should not be using all of these Canva templates that Canva provides and what you should be doing rather. The thing is that people are going to follow you for your uniqueness on the platform. You know how many users there are on Instagram, right? And if the audience or if the followers are only seeing a repetitive templates being used and just changed by your content on all of those things, they won't be interested because there will be no uniqueness, right? So they will just scroll past it. Whereas if you start understanding how to actually make your content, getting an idea from those Canva templates, but not really using them directly, changing the fonts, changing the styles, and changing all of those little things so that your template or whatever you're creating is very unique and does not look like a replica of this Canva template, will really help you stand out. And people love it when it's unique, right? That's the reason you always see the very first person who starts the trend always leverages all of the power. The next tip that I have for you is something that a lot of people just dismiss or people do not really pay so much attention to. Research and do a good research about your competitors, do a good research about what works in your niche, do a good research about what does not work in your niche. And the best way to do that is by going to those people, checking out what they're creating, checking out how they do their copy, checking out when do they post, how much do they post, and all of these things, and keeping a tab of it, not only to get an idea, but to also understand what works for them, what does not work for them. Because they've already been where you are currently, right? They're probably 5 steps, 10 steps, 100 steps ahead of you. And this is the best way of learning. Only when you see where you can be, all of those people who are already there, you'll be able to understand it really well. So always see what your competitors are doing, because it always gives you a very big advantage as to knowing what you can be serving to your current community and your future community, so that they are well nourished. And if they're well nourished, you're growing on Instagram. And the very last tip that I have for this video is to experiment with different content formats. One very big issue that I've always seen with my clients and a lot of people on Instagram is that they stick to one kind of content format. That could mean only doing these static posts, or only doing video content, or only doing reels, or only doing IGTV, right? There's so many different content formats specifically on Instagram that you should be leveraging each one of them, because each one of them comes with their own unique benefits, right? And when you do a mix and match, you're always nourishing your community with different kind of things, and you're actually getting them hooked. That's exactly what Instagram wants, and that is exactly why Instagram will push you forward. So that is it for this video. I hope all of these tips and tricks really helped you understand how you can be growing on Instagram in 2021. That's all for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.